Celebrate rejection. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Blue Collar Psychiatrist video series. Common sense on display. Today's title is Celebrate Rejection. Now you're asking me, am I crazy? Why would anybody want to celebrate being rejected? Think about that. It seems to be counter to everything that we know in life. Everyone wants to be accepted, right? Who wants to be rejected? My answer is, you do. Let me give you a few examples. Suppose you want to go out with a person, perhaps for romantic reasons, somewhere down the line. You like the person and you think it could develop into something more. But the person sort of strings you along, like you go for 2 months, you're going out fairly frequently, and you sense that something's not right. You are feeling more passionate about that person, but you're not feeling it from the other person. Finally, you come forth and you say, hey, look, I really like you and I'd like to get the chance to know you even better. Where do you stand with this? And the answer sometimes is, well, I like you too, but you know, I have so many things to do at work that I can't really give you enough time that you probably deserve. See, now you know where you stand. Remember, in my opinion, in my experience, if someone is interested in someone else, they always find the time. They make the time to see you. But you waited 2 months, noticing that over this period of 2 months, there wasn't a reciprocal relationship where you were receiving the affection that you felt that you were giving out. That's why it's better to be, quote, rejected as soon as possible. Because again, here we go again. Same theme, time. You want to know as soon as possible whether there's a potential, whether there's a chance for a relationship to develop. If the person is just going out with you just to go somewhere and to get a free meal, or just to have company because they have nothing else better to do, that's one thing. But that's not helping you. You want to be rejected. You want that person to say, listen, you're a nice guy, but you're not for me. Or listen, you know what? You're a great girl and you're going to make somebody very, very happy, but you're just not my type. That's why it's important to celebrate rejection. Saving time. Saving psychic energy. Why do you want to continue on a trip that's going nowhere? Now this also applies to business. For example, when I was just starting out, my accountant advised me to set up a retirement plan. And I went to a particular certified planner, certified financial planner, and he seemed to be kind of lukewarm. And then he passed me off to his subordinate, and then I didn't hear from them for a while. And I said, what's going on here? I want to give them business, but they're not reciprocating. So finally I called the main guy back up and I said, hey man, what's happening? I'm not getting a return phone call. Tell me what's happening. And then he says to me, well, you know, we're really taking accounts only with a minimum of $100,000. And I didn't have anything even close to $100,000. But had he told me that to begin with, I wouldn't have wasted the time. I would have gone on to someone else. had he, quote, rejected me, this being for financial reasons, insufficient funds for him to feel it was worth his time, if he had rejected me much, much earlier, I would have just simply gone on my way and be done with it. But he didn't do it. Now that's on him too, because he was less than assertive. He should have come out and told me. He knew what my assets were to begin with, but he didn't say anything. Right away, he knew right away that I didn't have a large enough account for him, but he didn't say anything. This is where you want to be rejected. You want to be told, no, this is not going to work. This is not for me. This is not a good match. So this adage of celebrate rejection while at first may seem to be very strange, in fact is really very, very helpful. Why? Because you know where you stand. And then you can take appropriate action. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I remind you, drink! And drink abundantly from the fountain of life. See you next time!